What's going on, plugins? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Kentucky versus South Carolina and what went wrong for Kentucky. Before we get into this video, make sure you drop a like. And if you're new here, sub to the channel and become a part of the family. Now, let's get into the video. I know most Kentucky fans don't want to see this video, but we have to talk about the South Carolina game. Kentucky suffered their second loss in conference play, losing to South Carolina 79-62. Whoever watched this game knows this is an embarrassing loss for this Kentucky team. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board after this. As soon as the game started, you can just tell it's going to be a long night for Kentucky. South Carolina's defense in the first half was making it hard for them. Kentucky was having a hard time knocking down shots, and that led to bad shot selection. Some of the shots they were putting up had me scratching my head. They were making a lot of bad decisions on offense. South Carolina's physical play was too much for Kentucky. The bigs were having a lot of trouble with the physical play. Big Z didn't look confident out there. He had a great debut and went off, but this game just brought us back down in reality. From watching the game and looking at his body language, he was frustrated on how he was playing. He was struggling on offense and defense. South Carolina's physical style was definitely bothering him. South Carolina was also taking advantage of Kentucky's bigs, bringing them out the paint, which was opening up lanes to get to the rim. They were basically doing this all game, and it was working. Kentucky was having a lot of miscommunication, and South Carolina made them pay for it. Let's talk about Kentucky's biggest weakness, which is defense. I'm gonna sound like a broken record on these Kentucky videos because I'm probably gonna have to mention this in every video moving forward. Kentucky's defense is horrible. It's clear as day after watching this game. This is their worst defensive performance of the season so far. I feel like their defense shouldn't be as bad as it is right now because they have some really good athletes. I assume when the season started, they'll be decent defenders, but so far that's not the case. Out of all the guards right now, Reed Shepard's the best defender, and right now the bigs are just not playing good defense at all. I have no clue how Kentucky's gonna fix their defense, but they need to fix it before it's too late. Maybe in practice they should just focus on defense for a few days, because there's no way they're gonna win an NCAA championship if their defense doesn't get any better. Y'all feel what I'm saying, plugins? I'm not saying they need to turn into one of the best defensive teams in the country, but they need to be decent. Kentucky ended up giving South Carolina one of the best shooting nights of the season. They were going all from three. They were 11 for 24 as a team, so they were shooting 45% from three. I'm watching the game like it's South Carolina, some elite three-point shooting team that I never knew about. That's how good Kentucky made them look. On offense, they struggled, which is surprising. They never really struggled on offense. They're ranked first in scoring. Last game, they put up 105 points against Georgia, and they scored 90 on Mississippi State, which is ranked top 10 in defense. In the first half, I believe the whole team was shooting 6 for 24 from the field. Robert Dillingham was the only bright spot. He was putting the team on his back. South Carolina could guard everyone but Robert Dillingham. He's the main reason why the game didn't turn into a blowout at halftime. He finished the game with a team-high 16 points, and in the second half, the team didn't really do much, and they continued to struggle. Since their defense is so bad, they can't afford to have bad shooting nights because it's going to result in a loss like it did against South Carolina. Kentucky can outscore every team in the nation. We already know that, but if they struggle shooting the ball, plus having bad defense, it's no way they're going to win games. I also want to point out that Coach Cal has to figure out his rotation because that might contribute to the offense being bad. Hear me out for a second. It might be hard for players to get into rhythm when they're constantly being subbed in and out. Coach Cal has about 5-star players come off the bench who need minutes, which is not a bad thing, but he has to do a lot of subbing in and out during games to make sure everyone sees the court, and that can result in the players getting cold. The games moving forward don't get any easier. They're just going to get harder. Kentucky's 1-2 on the road so far during conference play. They have to go on the road soon and play Tennessee, which is a top-ranked team. That's a key game for them, and they're going to have to be locked in. It's a lot of games left in the season, so there's no need to panic just yet. There's a lot of top-ranked teams in the country this season that have suffered some bad losses, and they all bounce back. So we'll see if they can fix their defense. The real test will be that Tennessee game. If Kentucky looks good that game, that'll be huge. Are y'all worried about Kentucky? Will Kentucky fix their problems? Drop y'all opinions in the comments, drop a like on the video, and sub to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you know when I post. High school and college basketball videos on the way. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.